What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Here's the reason why I say the Lakers should not even look Kyrie Irving's way. When you look at the Brooklyn Nets situation, you're looking at a great player in Kevin Durant, who now, according to reports, is saying that, he's requesting a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. And it might just be because he knows that Kyrie is leaving, or he knows that Kyrie doesn't really want to stay, and he knows that Kyrie is really not, all in. But James Harden already figured that out. The world didn't figure that out about Kyrie way before now. It's like Kevin Durant is, he might just be starting to understand that now when everybody else already knew that about Kyrie. And he was the one that's acting like he's dumbfounded. You can't win a championship with Kyrie unless you are going to stay on him, or unless you're going to, push him, and he allows you to push him, or push him to the point where, it gets the best out of him. That's the only way you can make it work with Kyrie, because Kyrie does what he wants to do, and he wants everything to go his way. This man really wants them to sign or make up a contract for him for a max deal. Or, he was, basically threatening to leave, in some type of way. But he really wants the Nets to give him a max deal when he doesn't even play half the time, when the man played part-time basketball. And then if he's not doing that, because of the mandate thing of the COVID situation last year and the year before, is either that or he's injured. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, how much production are you getting out of Kyrie? That's the organization's looking at. That's what Brooklyn's looking at. How much production are we getting out of you? You played part-time basketball last year, and then when you came back, full-time, we go into the playoffs and we get swept with two of the greatest players of all time in history, and which was the most embarrassing moment, I think, in the playoffs, because honestly, hell, the Phoenix Suns situation, that didn't look great at all either. But at the same time, neither did the Brooklyn Nets. You get swept by a young Boston team where Jason Tatum, basically, he shows up at times, and then at times he kind of fades a little bit, but I still think Jason Tatum's a dope player. But my point is this: you got swept by a Boston team with two young guys like that, and you're the only team in the NBA playoffs to get swept with two of the greatest players of all time on that team, with shooters around you. You got Patty Mills, you got Seth Curry. Now, of course, they didn't have Joe Harris. I understand that. But still, you had enough around you to at least win a game. That's two other shooters along with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I mean, that's enough to win at least one game out of a series, and you couldn't even do that. So this is my point. The Lakers really need to look elsewhere. They don't even really need to look at Kyrie Irving. They need to let that Kyrie Irving thing go. They need to let him go wherever he wants to go besides LA, because he's only going to bring the situation down even more than what it is. What the Lakers went through last year was enough. They don't need to go through anything else. They don't need to go through any more BS. They don't need no more drama than what they already have. They got enough with the Lakers itself right now. Russell Westbrook, all this other stuff. You're just adding fuel to the fire if you bring Kyrie Irving to the situation, because Kyrie Irving is just one of those guys who's going to disrupt the locker room. That's just who he is. He's one of those guys who's going to disrupt the locker room, and the Lakers got to see that. And that's why I said I don't think the Lakers should go through with this. I think they should just stick with Russell Westbrook. And I know this is really crazy for me to say, but, because I'm not the biggest fan of Russell Westbrook. But I will say this. One thing about Russell Westbrook, I will say he's not trying to be a distraction in for the team. He's not trying to, miss games intentionally or make a point and play part-time basketball. He's not trying to explore other things in life rather than basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, he plays basketball, he comes there, he does his job, and he shows up every single game. I think Russ only missed one game last season. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't play the best, he still only missed one or two games last season. That's somebody who at least is reliable enough to come to work. That's it. I mean, at bare minimum, you need somebody like that. You don't need somebody like Kyrie who's just going to wander off in his own brain at some point and then make everybody's life a living hell at the Lakers, the same way he's doing with Brooklyn, and the same way he did with Boston when he was there. He ruined the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics should have been to a finals way before now. But when it was Kyrie, Jason Tatum, and I think they had Jaylen Brown at the time. I think, but when it was them there, then when they had Marcus Morris, I think too. And I believe they had Al Horford. Now, I know he got injured at some point, but still, he disrupted that locker room. He was a distraction there. Everywhere Kyrie goes, he's a screw up. Everywhere he goes, he messes up the situation. And teams really got to start viewing that. And that's why I said the Lakers, you're better off the way you are now. Even though it doesn't look so promising with Russell Westbrook, you're still better off the way you are now. Getting Kyrie Irving, you're bringing a whole nother world of drama to your already bad situation. And I don't think Darvin Ham or anybody there is going to control Kyrie Irving. I think he's just going to act the way he want, do what he want, and go from there. And like I said, with Kyrie, it comes with too many things that you don't need. You need somebody that's all in. You need somebody that's willing to be there. You need somebody that's willing to sacrifice, and you need somebody that's reliable as possible. And Kyrie is not that. He's all those things. He is not. Ever since he's gotten big contracts and become Uncle Drew and had movies made of his name and all this other type stuff and the fame and all that, Kyrie really hasn't been the same person. Kyrie has really showed everybody his true colors these last several years, and it's like everybody's overlooking that because of how great of a player he is. Talent is good, but having the right guys in the locker room means a lot just as well, because winning a championship, you need guys that are all in, that are hungry, that are really ready to sacrifice for this process. And Kyrie is not that type guy. Everybody can see it. It's quite obvious, and he's making it more vivid the more he even talks. The more he even goes about his actions, he's making it more vivid. Like I said, he's really asking the Brooklyn Nets to give him a max contract when he doesn't even play half the time, and then he's injured the other times, and he's basically messing up the operation. I mean, they literally had a big three that I thought that nobody can mess with: him, Harden, and Kevin Durant. And somehow James Harden is gone. Now Kevin Durant's asking for a trade because Kyrie is just doing a bunch of dumb stuff. And like I said, now he's talking to LeBron behind closed doors, all this other stuff that's being reported. I mean, give me a break. This is why I said Kyrie is like a snake in the grass to me. And if everybody can't see that, I don't know what to tell you, because that's exactly what he is. You gonna sit there and ask Kevin Durant and build a team in Brooklyn and try to win a championship, and just because y'all get swept last year and these people don't want to give you a max contract when you played part-time basketball and you got swept in the playoffs, they just want to give you a $36 million per year contract or something like that. And Kyrie is so not willing to do that. He's ready to go jump ship and jump on another team. Why not stay with Kevin Durant and finish what you started? I mean, at least if the operation don't work, at least finish it out. Don't leave the operation to go run to LeBron and the Lakers to try to, maybe go somewhere else because you see this situation turn into his worst. This situation is upside down on his head. That's what I don't like about Kyrie. And this is why I said he's just one of them type of guys that a team is trying to win, they don't need him. I mean, honestly, like I said, the Lakers got 3 of the top 75 players of all time on their roster right now. Star power wise, they got enough of that. They don't need more star power. Like I said, they can add a little bit to their offense here and there, something like that by adding a couple pieces in the offseason. But their offense wasn't the problem. Their defense was the problem. They couldn't stop anybody. Almost like the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets couldn't stop anything Boston was doing because Boston wasn't playing no trickery basketball in that 7-game series, or should I say 4-game series they played. Boston was playing pretty basic basketball. I mean, and the Nets couldn't stop anything they were doing. Kyrie is not a defensive stopper. He's not going to make everything so much better for the Lakers. I mean, he don't get me wrong, he can make things a lot better in regards to, I tell you what, let me just say it this way. There's no guarantee if Kyrie Irving comes to the Lakers that they're going to win a championship, because Kyrie Irving is just not the guy that's all in. He's just not the guy that that you really want on your team right now. And I think the Lakers be making a huge mistake, because if you look at the Brooklyn situation, that explains it all. This team went from 3 of the top scorers of all time. Now Kyrie is talking about leaving. Kevin Durant is requesting a trade, and James Harden is gone. They pretty much have diminished and ripped apart a Brooklyn team that was looking like a nuclear weapon. They were looking like a team that nobody was going to beat in a 7-game series. Kyrie messed the whole operation up. And that's what Kyrie does. This is why I said, the Lakers, you better stick with Russell Westbrook and wait till this next offseason. Like, let's say Russell Westbrook doesn't play good this upcoming season. Then you wait till the following offseason and you find a way to get rid of him then. Because if you bring Kyrie aboard, you might not win a championship ever again, as long as he's wearing a Lakers jersey. Because think about it, if he couldn't even win one game against the Boston Celtics with a Kevin Durant, an all-time scorer in Kevin Durant, and Kyrie being an all-time great player too, if they couldn't win one game, then what makes you think he's going to come there and make everything so right for the Lakers and make everything so perfect and they just go automatically win a championship? I mean, it's possible because Kyrie is that great of a player, but this is the point. That's only if you have a sacrificing Kyrie, a Kyrie that's all in, a Kyrie that's willing to, get down and get dirty and do what he got to do to help the team win, like he did when they were in Cleveland. When he didn't have a name, when he was a nobody, really. Well, he had a name for crossing over people with nice handles, but he didn't have a name as in one of the greatest players or something like that. The way he's looked at now, he wasn't revered the way he is now. At that time, he was still hungry. He was still working his way up. He was still working his way up the ladder. Now that he feel like he done got there, he doesn't give a damn about anything or anybody. And this is my point. Unless you're getting the 2016 Kyrie Irving from the Cleveland Cavaliers, unless you're getting him, I don't see no championship happening if they acquire Kyrie Irving in this sign and trade deal that's still proposed out there, that's still alive, even especially now that Kevin Durant has requested a trade, according to the reports. So I mean, I don't know if you're going to see that Kyrie ever again from the Cleveland Cavalier days. I mean, I haven't seen him since, honestly. I haven't seen a Kyrie that looked that hungry, that was really ready to go out there and really ready to go out there and win it. You know what I'm saying? Play for everything you got, play for everything, play for one another, and just go out there and ball out and let your game do the talking. I haven't seen that Kyrie in a long time. Hell, I haven't seen it since then. So this is my point. If the Lakers are getting that 2016 Cavaliers Kyrie, you got a point. You got me. Maybe then they can win something, possibly. And I don't even know if then, because like I said, they still got to make up for their defense. But at least you'll have a Kyrie that's all in. I don't know if you're going to get that Kyrie. And looking at the Brooklyn Nets situation, it don't look like that Kyrie is nowhere near the surface right now. It doesn't even look like that Kyrie exists. So my point, I'm just going to say this. The Lakers, stick with Russell Westbrook. I think for some reason, and I know that's huge words coming from me because I'm not a Russell Westbrook fan either, but I will say I do respect Russell Westbrook as in coming to work every day, going out there, don't cheat you, give you all he's got. Lay it all out on the line. Russell Westbrook has always been that way. Even when on OKC days, he knew OKC wasn't the best team in the NBA, but he made do with what he had. And, they were, a top 5 team in the West, and he won a MVP, 1 or 2 times for the triple doubles and stuff like that. But still, he shows up almost every night and don't cheat the fans. You see what I'm saying? And those are the type of players we got to respect. Now, I will say load management and all that, I'm not the biggest fan of those. But I mean, I will say in the same breath, if you need load management for your, health or something like that, okay, that's cool, But my point is this: Kyrie is a headache. And the Lakers already got enough problems. I just think getting Kyrie is going to bring more problems to your situation that you already have. And I don't think the Lakers need that. So this situation right here with the Nets, I mean, really, that should tell the Lakers all they need to know. Don't leave Kyrie alone and stick with what you have. Go find some damn defense. Go find somebody who can play some defense. Don't bring more offensive players to the mix because you already can score. Even though Russell Westbrook can't stretch the floor like that, you can still score. I mean, hypothetically, if they went and got Buddy Hield from the Indiana Pacers, that would make their offense a little bit better because he could stretch the floor more, something that Russell Westbrook can't do. And it's less drama with somebody like him. So this is what I'm saying. You don't need more offensive pieces. Go find some defensive pieces where you can stop some damn body. Because every game I looked at the Lakers last year, and it could just be my TV. Maybe your TV is different than mine. Maybe I see it from a different viewpoint than you. Either way, I respect your opinion just like I respect my own. But when I watched the Lakers last year, they couldn't stop nobody on defense. Everybody would score, run up down the court as much as they want to. So how about go find somebody who can play some defense? Stop going to find offensive players when you already got 3 of the top 75 players of all time. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is the point? You already got 3 top 75 players of all time, and you're going to find somebody with offense. You're going to sign Kyrie, who brings offense to the table. When you already got offense, when you can already score. Your problem is you can't stop nobody. So this is my point. Lakers, think about what you're doing before you make the decision, because getting Kyrie can really change your life for the worse, not the better. And like I said, unless you get the Kyrie from 2016, who was hungry, who kind of wanted to, make a name for himself and was hungry for that championship, unless you're getting him, maybe the situation's different. But I don't think he's coming back no time soon, and I haven't seen him in a long time, and neither have you. So really, I would kill the conversation with Kyrie or about Kyrie. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. As always, check out my other videos. And hey, Cali out.